Hello and welcome to this webcast. My name is Dominik Sträßle and I am the Global Segment Manager for Plastics in Cabot's Performance Additives business. Today I will be introducing Black Pearl's 1180 HD, Cabot's newest specialty carbon black for polar engineering plastic compounds. Engineering plastic compounds can broadly be found in a wide variety of industries and end-use applications. For example, in automotive interiors and exteriors, or even under the hood. They can also be found in E&E applications, sporting equipment, consumer products, and in a broad range of industrial parts. All of these applications require a good combination of mechanical strength and deep dark black color. You will learn in this webcast how you can strongly benefit from the use of Black Pearl's 1180 HD. But let's first take a step back and look at where we are today. I assume that most of us struggle to use high-chetness carbon black particles in plastic compounds because of the difficulty to properly disperse them. So therefore, better dispersibility of high-chetness carbon black particles is required, especially when we also want to make our plastic material stronger. Let me explain what I mean by that. Looking at market needs, we see an ongoing trend for lightweighting, for example, to reduce CO2 emissions in automotive vehicles. Lightweighting, and therefore emission reduction, can be addressed through metal replacement, thin wall molding, or miniaturization. And all these weight-saving strategies need stronger and more durable plastic materials with deep dark color. On the other hand, we face the technical reality that high-color carbon blacks often disperse insufficiently, which then in turn causes micro defects in the polymer matrix and ultimately leads to a drop in the mechanical properties of black polymer compounds. We therefore can conclude that to meet market demands on color and mechanical strength simultaneously, a new carbon black must exhibit high chetness at low loadings and be easily dispersible. And this is why I'm talking to you today. Black Pearl's 1180 HD can do that. In fact, it has been specifically designed to do exactly that. Before we move to exploring the new product though, let's quickly have a look at some technical background. As I have already mentioned, today the morphologies that yield higher chetness are more difficult to disperse. To understand why this is the case, we need to look at carbon black morphology. Morphology can be described in two dimensions: structure and surface area. Both structure and surface area influence both the color strength and the dispersibility of a carbon black particle. The challenge we are facing is that those morphologies that exhibit higher chetness are also the ones that are more difficult to disperse. As we can see in this table, low structure and high surface area carbon blacks are exhibiting higher chetness, but are also more difficult to disperse. But then again, to deliver high chetness and strength simultaneously, excellent dispersion is required. So far, I have been talking about challenges and difficulties, but let me now come to the solution and introduce Black Pearl's 1180 HD to you. This is finally a product that can actually break the trade-off between chetness and dispersibility. To illustrate that, let's look at the diagram on the left side of this slide and the dark gray area which represents today's product range. Today's product range clearly experiences a trade-off behavior between chetness and dispersion. Products that are easy to disperse only exhibit low chetness, and products that exhibit high chetness are difficult to disperse. Therefore, it is no surprise that today's benchmark products can be found in a sweet spot where chetness is on the higher side and dispersion is not too difficult to achieve. At Cabot, we realized that to meet the market needs I talked about earlier, we needed to find a way to get out of the trade-off range. This is how we came to develop Black Pearl's 1180HD. It is a high jetness carbon black particle that exhibits strong color and disperses well, and therefore enables the improvement of mechanical properties of polar resin compounds. So finally the market needs are met. More metal replacement, thinner walls, and increased miniaturization is now possible. Looking at Cabot's product portfolio, we can see how our Black Pearl's product line is clearly positioned in the diagonal trade-off range we saw on the previous slide. Today, I'm not going to look at the bottom right part of the diagram, but rather focus on the upper left part. There we can find Black Pearl's 800, our benchmark product for engineering plastics that provides good color and good dispersibility. And then there is Black Pearl's 900 with a higher color potential than Black Pearl's 800. Unfortunately, most market players are not able to extract this color potential with traditional dispersion techniques and processing technologies, and subsequently do not achieve maximum mechanical performance and surface quality. Finally, there is Black Pearl's 1180HD, our newest addition to the portfolio. This illustration shows very well that Black Pearl's 1180HD combines the high color strengths of Black Pearl's 900 with the ease of dispersion of Black Pearl's 800. It therefore can also be used at low loadings, and these low loadings are helping to protect the mechanical performance of black engineering compounds. After having talked quite a bit about the qualitative value of Black Pearl's 1180HD, let me present to you the product benefits in a quantitative manner. For that, we first look at dispersion performance. We measured dispersion performance by counting the number of trapped particles on any given mesh size. The higher the mesh count, the smaller the size of the individual mesh. On the pictures on the left, we can clearly see that the number of trapped particles on the 60 mesh filter is significantly reduced for Black Pearl's 1180HD versus the benchmark. Looking at the diagram on the right side, we see that, compared with the benchmark, the number of particles trapped on the 40 mesh filter is reduced by 100%, meaning no particles trapped at all. On the 60 mesh filter, we see a reduction of almost 70%, and on the 100 mesh filter, we still see a reduction of about 50%. This is really great news, because this improved dispersion performance will ultimately result in better mechanical performance of your plastic compound or your final plastic part. Now, dispersion is not the only thing that improves when using Black Pearl's 1180HD. When we look at color performance and mechanical strengths, we also see significant improvements. This slide presents the results and typical performance improvement in Cabot's standard nylon formulations. Of course, the actual data in your formulation will probably slightly differ based on resin type, choice of additives, and processing conditions. So let's start with color improvement at same loading. Most color improvement is seen in unfilled nylon. When we add the same amount of carbon black into the formulation, we see that with Black Pearl's 1180HD, not surprisingly, we end up with higher jetness. In our model formulation, the L value is reduced by up to 1.25 points. Usually though, this is not what we are going to do in our formulations. In order to fully benefit from the improved dispersion performance, we will actually use the carbon black loading that produces the same color as the benchmark. We can achieve this same color at only 25% of the loading, meaning we can reduce the loading by 75%. Therefore, the mechanical data in the other two graphs on the right side is measured at equivalent color, not at equivalent loading. With elongation at break, our data indicates that the formulation with BlackPearl's 1180 HD results in a material that is 30% stronger than the benchmark. Similarly, with impact strength, our data indicates that the formulation containing BlackPearl's 1180 HD results in a material that is 15% stronger than the benchmark. Finally, let me address how all that we have learned so far creates value for you and for your customers. On one hand, BlackPearl's 1180 HD delivers the same color at 75% loading reduction, illustrated here by our data indicating that BlackPearl's 1180 HD at 0.15% still delivers slightly chatter color than the benchmark at 0.6%. On the other hand, thanks to this loading reduction and the improved dispersion performance, we end up with significantly stronger and better mechanical properties for both elongation at break and impact strength. Finally, we can therefore conclude that the value per kilogram of BlackPearl's 1180 HD product is more than 300% higher than the benchmark. That's not bad, right? At the risk of repeating myself, let me give you one more summary of the characteristics, benefits, and value of BlackPearl's 1180 HD. This new product achieves the highest chatness among Cabot's specialty carbon blacks for plastics at very low loadings and is designed for improved dispersion in polar resins. The red box below lists the most popular polar resins among engineering plastics and high-performance polymers. Unfortunately, and I think this is important to mention, the benefits of BlackPearl's 1180 HD are not applicable in polyolefins like polyethylene or polypropylene. Even though the product is Cabot's highest chatness specialty carbon black for plastics, the real benefit of the product in use is not the color alone. The true benefits are seen in the retention of mechanical properties of the final plastic part, thanks to reduced loadings and better dispersion. The improved and unprecedented impact and tensile behavior then allows for more metal replacement parts, miniaturization, and thinner wall molding, and ultimately enables designers to meet their weight reduction targets and emission reduction objectives. Therefore, it should not be surprising to you that key applications are found in automotive parts with high mechanical strength requirements, E&E parts, household appliances, consumer products, sporting goods, industrial and other technical applications, and many, many more. As we are coming towards the end of this presentation, let me give you my conclusion and the key takeaway for today. BlackPearl's 1180 HD will enable you to create stronger black plastic parts. And with that, all that is left for me to say is thank you for your time and thank you for your attention. I really appreciate you joining this webcast, listening to my presentation, and learning about the benefits of BlackPearl's 1180 HD. Please feel free to contact me anytime by phone or email. In addition, further resources for download are provided on this webinar site. Goodbye and stay safe and healthy.